On this episode of the Angle of Attack show, Ice Giants, Kevin and I link up at Lake Hood in Anchorage, Alaska to fly his Super Cub to Strandline Lake. A glacial dam has broken, leaving behind castle-sized icebergs, giants of ice resting on the dry lake bed. With perfect weather and amazing scenery, it was an adventure we didn't want to end. My home, Alaska, is also home to some of the last true aviators. My mission? Grow as an aviator through flying with my neighbors and friends in the backcountry and beyond. At times I'll strike out on my own, even outside the 49th state, seeking new experiences, growing skills, staying sharp, and practicing safety. Jump aboard and ride along in this, another chapter of my aviation story. I'm in Anchorage and linking up with a new friend, Kevin Campbell. Now, Kevin actually introduced himself at Lake Hood. He recognized me from my Instagram, and so we thought we'd do a flying adventure together. But that can't be done without some reindeer sausage, so we thought we'd fuel up at Gwenny's restaurant, located just near Lake Hood, before we headed out. With bellies extremely full from that huge meal, we headed over to Lake Hood. Now, Lake Hood is the largest seaplane base in the world, but it does have a dirt strip attached to it, and so we'd be going over to where Kevin's Super Cub was parked, just next to the dirt strip. Just right here in Kevin's parking spot, you can watch the comings and goings all day long, just imagining the types of adventures that these pilots are going on into the Alaskan bush. It truly is a pilot's heaven. They've got a nice ratchet strap on this porta potty, just so prop blast can't blow it over. That's smart. Lemon Pledge, a pilot's best friend.
That's right.
Pretty sure it's used more now for airplane windows than it is furniture.
You can buy it in 3-packs at Costco. Gonna be a video star today. I would have detailed the plane and
whatever.
But yeah. My name's Kevin Campbell, and I fly recreationally.
Tell us about your Super Cub.
It's a 1974 model. It's pretty much stock. It's a 150. Got a few Alaska mods. Got the 30-inch air streaks, the old school air streaks, the original ones. The Atlee extended extended baggage. Some of that stuff, lightly modded, nothing too outrageous. Just turned 1,100 hours total time the other day when I was up in it, so it's barely broken in.
Wow, yeah. Total time on the airframe?
Total time.
So
total
who
time.
flew it before you?
My father. I grew up riding in the back seat of this plane, and he's had it since the late 70s, and we flew all around Alaska together in it. Still do occasionally when I can get him in it. We did a flight earlier this summer over towards Mount Iliamna, and so that was a lot of fun. I always enjoy flying with my dad a lot.
So how old were you when you first flew in the airplane?
Oh boy, I was so little I don't even remember it, but still have the seat pad that he had made for the back seat so that I could sit up high enough to see out of the windows in it when I was little. So, and gradually he would leave the rear stick in it, so I would get to experience that a little bit, and eventually got to where I was doing most of the flying from the back seat, which made transitioning to the front seat feel weird because I'd never been up there before.
So how long have you owned it?
Oh boy, I've had it for about the last 5 or 6 years. It's still in the family, so he uses it whenever he wants to go flying. But I've been keeping up here at Lake Hood in the summers for about the last 6 years or so. Fly a lot more often that way.
What's your favorite type of flying to do?
I really enjoy nights like last night where it's a beautiful summer, or in this case fall night, And as the sun is setting and dusk is just starting to set in, and you get to see the sunset and all of the colors from the sky, that's my favorite. Early mornings are good too, but I like the late evening. It's dead calm. Usually it's a hands-off flight. It's good stuff.
Cool. So what's our flight plan today?
We're gonna go find some adventure. I think we're gonna head over to Strandline Lake. Seen a lot of cool photos and heard a lot of good things in the last week about what's over there. The water going out and huge icebergs. And I've never been that close to an iceberg before, so we gotta go find out what's up with that.
What is it like procedurally getting out of Anchorage here?
Well, it depends on how much traffic, and there's been a fair bit so far today. So we're gonna basically just take off straight off of 3-2 across the water, go over to Powerline Bend and head west.
Do we have to call the tower before we take off here?
Before we take the runway, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't have to get any taxi clearances, but they'll definitely have to give us the thumbs up to get out of here. Yeah. I'm ready.
Sweet, let's
go
do this.
get it.
Lake of Tower Information India, 19053 Zulu Automated, wind 350 at 7, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000, temperature 6, dew point 2, altimeter 3035. Western use, arriving departing west water lane, runway 32, advise on initial contact of information India.
298 holding short of 32 with India, ready for straight out departure.
298, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 32, 298.
Ready to rock?
Yeah, buddy.
Giddy up. Giddy up.
Oh, I love these Cubs. That's so awesome. Hey, look, the Dream Lifter's out there.
Is it? Oh, nice.
Oh, it just started up.
Oh, start up.
That's Denali, right?
Yeah.
To the right?
Denali to the right, Borker to the left.
Wow. Some of those duck shacks look pretty nice.
I do.
Man, those little estuary rivers are cool.
Yeah. So much more fun when you're doing it with others. Oh yeah.
Or the icebergs. That's
Yeah, over
nuts.
here. I admit. Nature's powerful stuff, isn't it?
Oh man,
Just looking at all these marks here and right there,
it's
drug
pretty
through.
humbling.
It is.
So that's supposedly where it came out, right here next to us.
Over here. This hole.
Wow,
There we are.
wow.
I'm gonna fly up so you can get a shot,
Okay,
and then I'll go most of the way past it. And I'm gonna come back to it, and we'll go
okay.
look for
Go
spots.
scout. Yep,
Look at that.
that is sick, man.
Look at that. Striking gold, man.
Now, I haven't quite explained yet this adventure we're going on, so here's a little background. So we heard about this lake called Strandline Lake. Every year, the dam, which is created by a glacier, breaks, or rather is melted through or something, and all the water from this lake is released, or at least most of it, to the point where an airplane, in certain cases, can land on the lake bed, the dry lake bed, and then go explore what are skyscraper or castle-sized icebergs that are left behind from the glacier calving off into this lake. So that was our ultimate intention, but we needed to be able to scout out the landing location and make sure that it was going to be safe for a landing.
Wow, but this angle, look at where the dam broke.
Yeah.
That is mind-blowing.
It was great to see Kevin being so cautious about picking his landing location because of course this is off airport, so it's not like it's an improved runway, and you just have to be really careful about the conditions. Because people had been in here before, there were definitely some tracks left behind, which was comforting
Just to the left
for
of that
someone that
little-
hadn't
right
done
in
a lot of
there.
that
Looks pretty
off-airport
smooth,
work.
dude.
Got some bigger rocks to look for though on your rollout.
Yeah. Low and slow, they said. It's fun, they said.
Wow!
You know what, doing this, there's a lot of places I could go down here.
Oh man, that is so cool. Big old castles of ice. Oh my gosh.
That's too cool.
It is too awesome, man.
That is too cool. Okay, so that inlet, line up on that ice. Right there is where we're going.
Couple rocks to watch out for, nothing too major.
Yeah, that's really not bad. That's a nice zone there.
After several passes and thoroughly evaluating the landing site, now we would approach and land on the lake bed.
Lost my tracks again.
Just to the left of the estuary coming
Oh,
out
there
on
they
the
are.
right.
Oh, well, that was not very impressive. Getting the plane dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's solid stuff though, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, my
Let's
back.
see here. Where,
He's straight ahead of our nose now. Anyway, there's a person out there.
oh yeah. Huh. Well, hopefully he didn't get that landing on video.
Oh, I did.
Oh, crap. You'll edit that out, I'm sure.
No, you got to get the landing in there.
All right.
Oh, why don't we do this? Why don't we shut down and get out, and then spot
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
a good idea.
a track to
A
that.
path. I
yeah.
like that.
All right. So Kevin is jumping back in the airplane because we're going to move it up near those big icebergs up there where there's a little more room. So there's like a runway right here. It's kind of hard to see the tracks, but there's definitely something that they've created over time. It goes up there. We met a person, Ben.
Oh, they got signs up at the car wash that say no muddy trucks.
Yeah, but it doesn't say no muddy planes.
I didn't see a sign.
We've got our moose sticks. And we're gonna go ice cave spelunking, or whatever it's called.
Man, it's amazing how solid it is, though.
Jeez.
I wonder how old this is. How many? Yeah, big plain Jane boring rocks. Smash that open and you get a
Orange.
yeah.
That's just a teeny one. Yeah, perfect drink ice. There on the side of the hill. All right, you ready?
a quicksand. I'm just gonna try to make it across.
Okay.
Ah! No! This is not good.
That is quicksand.
This is not good.
You got it?
Oh my dumbest idea ever.
Laughing with you. Laughing with you.
I think I could have gone around just right here instead of making a run. It was that part that was bad.
Yeah, no kidding. That was the unexpected portion. Here you go. Shower right here. Lots of water.
Yeah, but I don't want to get my whole body wet now. For your plane.
Yeah, that's all right. That looks like that one that competes in Valdez.
Yeah, it does. You coming around the side?
Yeah, over here. Wanna land? He might have flown in looking for his buddy and then...
This is cool even when you have wet pants. Even when you've wet your pants. Walking our takeoff path to get familiar with it. An age-old tradition for pilots. Just a smart safety decision so you can get familiar with the rocks and terrain and imagine what it's going to be like to handle the airplane. Should be off in no time, but it's worth looking at anyway. What a beautiful day.
Although we certainly didn't want this adventure to come to an end, every good thing does come to an end eventually. So after we surveyed the area and had a pre-flight briefing about how the takeoff would be performed, Kevin and I made our way back to Anchorage.
Copy, copy.
Copy, copy, cat.
All right, all right, all right. All right. Giddy up.
Got this, buddy. Good
Go.
job. Good job.
There we are.
Get your heart pounding a little bit.
Well, yeah, the tail wouldn't come up as quick as I wanted it to. That's okay.
You did great.
As I look back on the last few years and then do videos like this, I can't help but see the intentional yet subconscious way that I've molded my life. Just several years ago, I was going through a period of inactivity in aviation, longing to be in the skies again and not sure when I'd be able to get back up. Then it ate at me enough that I had to do something about it. One step after the next, I kept moving forward to bringing aviation back in my life. Now seeing events like this, I can hardly believe how blessed I am to get to do what I do and to share that freedom and passion with such wonderful folks. It's said that birds of a feather stick together. After my first flying adventure with Kevin, I feel he and I are well suited as a crew. His appreciation for nature, careful attention to the art and craft of flight, and our quick friendship made for a pleasant time and some astounding experiences I will not yet forget. It just goes to show that sometimes you need to introduce yourself, put yourself out there, and maybe you'll make a new friend. And who knows the places you'll go on a set of wings. A huge thanks to Kevin Campbell for the awesome experience in his Cub. Also, my good friend Mike Rushforth for the great music. Do you dream of being an aviator? Start your journey today at aviatortraining.com. Sign up for Guide to the Sky, a 3-part, 3 hours total video series about how to get started in aviation. Check us out on social media through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks for coming along on this adventure, and I hope you'll join us on the next episode. Until next time, throttle on!